So dating was tough in my teens and 20s. Nowadays, it's a freaking nightmare. There are dating trends that either make no sense at all or make so much sense it's scary. So we're going to dig into some of the weirdest modern dating trends on today's episode of 5 Weird Things. Welcome to the channel. Dating is and has always been an emotional minefield for the overwhelming majority of people. Oh sure, everybody has that one friend that always has a date and has no problem getting them. But I'm talking about the rest of us here. So what's your opinion? Dating ridiculously hard or so easy you have no idea what I'm talking about? Let me know down in the comments. All right, let's get into it. First, the things we all need to know. And spoiler alert, there is not a lot to know here. A date is having an appointment to meet someone or go out with them, especially someone with whom you are having or may soon have or hope to have a romantic relationship. A dating trend is a new wrinkle, process, or way of dating that is different from the very basics. Weird thing number 5. Men going their own way. This is a trend that every female online tells you is misogynistic, anti-feminist, and done by dangerous men. It is basically guys that no longer chase women. They throw themselves into their hobbies and their passions, and they've stopped worrying about women in general. This seems to piss a lot of women off. MGTOW, MGTOW, started in the early 2000s, like the internet's version of a middle-life crisis. It basically was a group of guys who said, you know what? Forget relationships. I'm investing in a motorcycle and a Netflix account. MGTOW is like the IKEA of life philosophies for men. The idea is to build your own happiness without the confusing instructions that come with relationships. Think of it as skipping the marriage aisle and heading straight to the tools section. MGTOW comes in different flavors, from the I'll still date, but I'm not getting roped into anything serious to I'm living on a mountain with only my dog and a Wi-Fi connection. It's like choosing your own adventure, except every ending involves solo movie nights. Not everyone's a fan of MGTOW. Some people think the movement's like a bad sitcom full of stereotypes and cringeworthy moments. They argue that it sometimes veers into anti-feminist territory, like that one uncle who thinks he's funny, but just ends up being awkward. I looked at about a dozen websites. Not one of them was taking swings at feminists. The biggest thing they said was, women are not dateable. Now, MGTOW has made a big splash online with forums and social media discussions galore. It's like the ultimate online club for guys who've sworn off the dating pool, but don't worry, they've still got plenty to say about it from the sidelines. Now, officially, the websites are split. Female websites talk about the toxic chauvinism and misogynistic nature of it and the hateful nature of all the men that go their own way. And the guy sites love it. Several psychology sites talk about the happier single home life of these men because of the drama of dating being gone. Weird thing number 4. Passport bros. Passport bros are men who have found that Western women have poor attitudes and are not favorable wife material. So they travel to other countries that have different value systems and women who see being married and being a wife as a valued position in their life. Now, these guys would probably have more airline miles than James Bond. The only difference, instead of saving the world, they're just trying to find someone who appreciates their gaming and quirky love for karaoke and dad jokes. Passport bros are fluent in Google Translate. Nothing says romance like awkwardly stumbling through I think you're beautiful in 5 different languages and accidentally proposing marriage in 2 of them. For some passport bros, the only thing more important than love is food. Their Instagram is a bizarre mix of romantic selfies and foreign street food. Because nothing says I'm in love like a deep-fried tarantula on a stick. Now, they might be globetrotters, but when it comes to love, they got a one-track mind. Finding the one in a place where Wi-Fi might be spotty, but the sunsets are Insta-worthy. Now, contrary to what you might think, not all passport bros are running away from commitment. Some just prefer their heartbreaks with a side of tropical scenery. Who needs a breakup playlist when you've got the sound of ocean waves and a pina colada? Now, stats from several websites indicate that the majority of passport bros that marry have long, happy marriages. Weird thing number 3, rotation dating. Rotation dating is a concept where a guy or a girl Dates multiple people simultaneously without committing exclusively to any one person. Oftentimes, the people in rotation are unaware of this. We used to call these people sluts. Rotation dating is like spinning plates, except the plates are people, and if one falls, it's your Saturday night's plans. It's all about keeping your options open and your calendar full. Just don't accidentally double book dinner dates. Some say rotation dating is like speed dating, but with more follow-ups. It's perfect for those who believe in multitasking and want to find the one without putting all their eggs in one basket or all their texts in one thread. Now, if you're into rotation dating, you probably have a calendar that rivals a Fortune 500 CEOs. Monday is margaritas with Alex, Wednesday is wine tasting with Taylor, and Friday is, wait, which one is Friday again? You have to keep better notes. In rotation dating, transparency is essential for some and non-existent for others. Being transparent will help you avoid the awkward run-ins with several of your rotations in this room at the same time. That's just awkward. Now, the trickiest part of rotation dating is knowing when and how to retire someone from your rotation. It's like being a reality TV host deciding who gets the final rose, only with fewer cameras and more uncomfortable conversations. Based on several websites, rotation dating sometimes results in a long-term match for the guys that are doing it. However, and I realize this sounds sexist, 100% across the board, women that are in rotation dating never find a long-term match. Weird thing number 2, flexting. Flexting is the art of showing off or flexing through social media or text messages, usually to try and impress someone. Flexing is like lifting weights, but for your ego. Instead of bench pressing dumbbells, you're lifting your social status one humble brag at a time. Your thumbs get a workout from typing all those accidental mentions of your 6-figure salary. Flexing often involves the classic "oops, did I mention" move, where you casually drop the fact that you're jetting off to Bali for the weekend. It's like a magician's sleight of hand, but instead of pulling a rabbit out of a hat, you're pulling your latest achievement out of thin air. Flexting pros can turn any comment stream or conversation into a bragging opportunity. Talking about the weather? Yeah, it's hot, just like when I ran that marathon last summer. Discussing dinner plans. I'll have sushi. I learned to make it from a Michelin star chef in Tokyo. The ultimate goal of flexing is to impress your audience, hopefully one significant other, and bring them into your influence. It's like creating a mini highlight reel of your life, complete with awards, exotic vacations, and that time you casually met a celebrity. The trick is to make it seem like you're not even trying, but you totally are. Sometimes flexing can backfire spectacularly, like when you try to show off your fancy new gadget only to realize it's out of batteries. Or when you brag about your cooking skills, but your date spots the takeout containers in the trash. Oops. Numerous websites talk about the 100% failure rate of this method. The second someone sees your crappy car, your pudgy physique, or your coupon that you're paying for dinner with, they know you're full of shit. And finally, weird thing number 1, hookup culture. Hookup culture, where casual relationships and immediate sexual encounters are the norm, has become a significant part of modern dating. It is controlled overwhelmingly by the ladies, who basically just have to say yes. Now, hookup culture is basically dating on fast forward. Thanks to apps, finding a date is as easy as ordering pizza. Just remember, while both can be satisfying, one comes with more toppings and fewer awkward morning after conversations. In the world of hookup culture, ghosting is as common as Wi-Fi drops. 1 minute, you're texting nonstop. The next, you're left trying to wonder if they've joined the witness protection program. At least with ghosts, there's no need to worry about actual breakup speeches. Now, the phrase Netflix and chill might be the anthem of hookup culture. But let's be honest, sometimes you really do just end up watching Netflix. Nothing says romance like binge-watching true crime documentaries and trying to ignore the awkward silence. In hookup culture, emojis have become their own language. A few well-placed winky face can say more than 1,000 words, and an eggplant emoji is basically the new love letter, if Shakespeare wrote in vegetables. One of the riskiest parts of hookup culture, remembering names. It's all fun and games until you call someone by the wrong name, or worse, by no name at all. Pro tip, stick to Hey You until you're sure. Just about every website mentions that overwhelmingly women end up single, bitter, and with a very low opinion of men. I mean, what's the world coming to when a meaningless sex hookup doesn't turn into a deep emotional bond and the scummy guy that showed up at 1 a.m. was not Prince Charming? What the hell? Well, that's it for today's episode. I hope you liked it and you're not turned off of dating. If you are, my bad. Sorry about that. Please like and subscribe. Click on more of my videos to get a little more weird in your day. And for those still watching, today's code word is Netflix and chill. Put that in the comments and let's just see where this goes. Take care and have a great day.